started.
Hi, my name is John Ziegler. Now today, earlier during the day at the TPC Sawgrass, the Tournament Players Championship, Tiger Woods came to the 14th hole and hit his ball into the water. And what should have been a massive controversy actually didn't ensue afterwards. And I want to explain why it's pretty clear to me that Tiger Woods took a bad drop on his way to winning the Tournament Players Championship. Now, first of all, here's Tiger teeing off on the 14th hole. This water hazard is key to the entire situation. Right here is where Tiger will end up dropping after he hits his ball into the water. Now, in order for that to be remotely accurate place to drop, his ball would have had to have hooked significantly after carrying about 235 yards based upon the yardage book for the hole. It's 481 yards from back here. He would end up having 253 yards to the hole from where he dropped. That means about at least a 230 on the crooked angle carry to there before it takes a big hook. Now, if that was what was actually happening, Mark Rolfing, who was doing the play-by-play, would have said something along the lines of, boy, that's popped up. I'm not sure it's going to carry the water. Wow, it really hooked hard at the end. That's not what Mark Rolfing says. Listen carefully to what Mark Rolfing actually says before the ball even gets into the water.
58, hitting this fairway at 14.
Oh, this is not good. He hit it fat, high, ballooning, left, and I believe wet.
Oh my gosh.
So, interestingly, not one word of hooking. In fact, Mark Rolfing knows that ball's in the water immediately. Not one word about the ball hooking. And Tiger hits a pop-up, which you cannot hit a duck hook pop-up. It's physically impossible, even for Tiger Woods. Now, listen to Mark Rolfing and Peter Jacobsen seemingly indicate that they know Tiger's in big trouble here. Listen carefully after Johnny Miller does some analysis.
10 times in the last 30 tries.
Mark Rolfing,
out of 30.
The real issue is it didn't cross much of the water hazard at all.
Yeah, this is key. Let's take a look at this and see where it crosses the hazard line. And it does not. You're right, Mark. He's going to have to drop way back. That's the second ball.
he's going to have to drop way back. Listen again to Mark Rolfing here saying the big issue here is it didn't really cross the hazard.
The real issue is it didn't cross much of the water hazard at all.
Yeah, this is
And look at the video.
Look at this and see
It's
where
very
it
clear
crosses.
he's not crossing any part of the actual golf course. It's directly into the water.
Mark, he's going to have to
Now, what's
drop
really
way back. That's the
fascinating
second.
is that Mark Rolfing's initial indications here are that it's a bad drop. Not just what he says to Peter Jacobsen, but also what he says when Johnny Miller asks him about the nature of the drop. Now, keep in mind, Rolfing will later be used as a witness here on Tiger's behalf. Listen.
It was a 14. Who knows?
Tiger couldn't have crossed much water, Mark. Could he?
He asked Casey Wittenberg if the ball went around the red stake that is on the forward tee. Casey said yes. Now he is walking way up, almost all the way up to the bunker. And from the angle where I was, I couldn't really see where it crossed, but it looked like it, was probably over water at least at this point, if not before.
So Rolfing says, I didn't see it, but from what I could tell, Tiger's moving way too far up. Well, Tiger hasn't even gotten close to where he would end up dropping. He ends up dropping here. This is important because Rolfing would end up being used by the PGA Tour officials as the substantiation for Tiger having taken a proper drop, because after Johnny Miller expressed concerns about it, Rolfing later, after Tiger made his point known, in other words, Tiger made his decision, so no one wanted to contradict him. After that point, Rolfing then says to Johnny Miller that he didn't have a big problem with the drop. This to me is clear evidence, along with the video, that Tiger Woods took a bad drop, the media is in the tank for him, and his victory at the TPC Players Championship should definitely be discredited.